We are at John Wayne Airport, and over here in the seat with me,
I'm Forrest Jones. I have a TikTok page called Forrest Auto Reviews.
which feels like you're really underselling it. He's hugely popular. Last time I checked, you were like 3.8 million followers on TikTok. But what's fun about Forrest is that I've known him since he was just sort of a struggling YouTuber, and then you kind of like found your venue, and like now you're this big deal. But the great thing is that you're still the same dude that I knew all those years ago. So we're gonna get this thing flying, and we're just gonna have a conversation while we motor through the air like God to the sky.
Let's do it.
John Wayne Airport agents information pop-up.
Oh, I didn't mention, Forrest has never been in a helicopter before.
Uniform.
This is like the vehicular trust fall, where you're trusting me with your first helicopter flight. I am honored.
So if I go missing, you know who to look at.
Why would I post the video? Do we get a little lights? There we go. We're flying.
Nice. Dude, this is so sick.
Helicopter 4 Sierra Whiskey, frequency change.
4 Sierra Whiskey, ready to service terrain, spark VFR, frequency change approved.
See you in a bit, 4 Sierra Whiskey. All right, we are free of the audio from, are you TikToking?
Maybe.
So you've never been in a helicopter before. How's it going, Forrest?
It's great, man. This is surprisingly more relaxing than going in an actual airplane.
I don't want to distract from your experience of like flying out here and enjoying these places from the sky.
No.
But what is it like being a TikToker? And I would just say not just any old TikToker, but a true success.
Doesn't feel any different, really. I mean, the only thing is that my phone is just consistently going off with notifications. It's pretty much me, Lauren, my wife, who helps me film. I have another guy named Caesar who will help me film, and then occasionally I'll pay like some of my other friends to help me film as well.
I want you to know I helped you film at the Acura event, and you did not pay me.
I'm so sorry.
I'm still seething about that. By the way, this little spot here, you got these houses right on the edge. Pretty spectacular. I just love this whole section here. So this is Abalone Point. We're coming up to Laguna Beach. This is the kind of the wonderful part of California. So now, you moved to California a couple years back. Previously, you were in Texas. Tell me about your beginnings as like a content creator.
I was selling cars for Mazda in Texas. That's how everything started. I started making these walk-around videos at the dealership. I think like a month later, one of my coworkers was like, dude, I saw your video and I recommended, and it has like 400,000 views. I watched like your stuff a lot. I watched like Redline reviews a lot.
Yeah.
I think Mazda Corporate heard about it. They're like, hey, if you want to do a more extended video, we can send you a car from this company, Drive Shop. From there, Drive Shop reached out to me and they were like, hey, do you want to stick exclusively with Mazda or do you want to branch out to other brands? And I'm like, well, I'm about to leave the dealership, so why not? Let's just try other brands, see what happens. And from there, I started doing YouTube for like 2 to 3 years. I was doing that while also working part-time at my church, doing like maintenance stuff. So I was helping like patch up walls or like unclog toilets or like
maybe that's why we
move
bonded,
chairs.
because as a former maintenance man myself, you know, we just sort of came up in the same kind of way.
It's one of those things where like you have to not despise humble beginnings. You know what I mean?
Amen.
The funny part is we made the move out here and then COVID hit a month later, dude. And then YouTube just went mega decline.
But it all worked out, right? Because then what happened?
We were on TikTok as a joke. I was just on there wasting time. And I was like, man, I'm going to try just making car content. So I made a few videos. They didn't do too well. I deleted the app. Like 2 months later, re-downloaded it. And I made a video on this Mercedes-Benz about it having like the heated and cooled cup holders. And then it like blew up. I got like 2 million. And I was like, that's so random. It kind of piqued my interest because I'm like, dude, that's more than any amount of video views I've gotten on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if I do my best to be like the first to get into doing review stuff here, that'll be kind of cool, but I can't keep it in the same format as YouTube. YouTube was like 25-minute videos I was doing, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to talk about cars as if I'm talking to like my friends, because a lot of my friends actually aren't into cars. Explain it in a way that's very easily digestible. That was kind of my inspiration for the whole TikTok thing was A, I wanted to have nothing but fun, and then B, I wanted to explain things in a way that was easily digestible to like 99.9% of people. You just have to think about things differently. I don't do any of the trends. I kind of just stick to like what I do.
I was wondering what the ratio is, time spent making stuff versus time spent engaging with the audience.
Oh, dude, it's probably like 75% engaging with the audience, and then the rest of the time is making stuff. Like, sometimes I have to actively stop myself, and if I don't stop myself, my wife will stop me from just being on my phone, responding to comments, both good comments, bad comments. I don't know, just like the response time between like the person commenting and then me commenting, it's pretty quick. It's almost like doing a live video without it being live.
Ah, that's a really good way to put it. What are the differences on being a TikToker versus a YouTuber?
The number one difference is the level of effort you have to put in. You can do high quality videos on TikTok. Like, I've seen people do it and it looks great.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. On YouTube, especially if you're in the car space, dude, you have Throttle House, who is killing it. You have the Straight Pipes.
Yep.
You have this guy named Micah Muzio with KBB.
Oh, that's funny.
And then now you have Mike Danger, who's coming in too.
Mike Danger's awesome.
Mike Danger's cool. I haven't met him in person.
Oh, you gotta meet him. You know what we need to do? We need to do a follow-up flight. You, me, Mike Danger.
I'm down. That's it.
Awesome.
But you just have so many people that are putting out this like high quality, just rich content. TikTok is like one of your family members cooking like this good just burger on the grill, like, you know, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then YouTube is like Wagyu beef. Dude, I drifted right there.
Did you?
Look, that was me, I swear.
Oh yeah, seriously? Here, let's loop around it.
Look.
Oh yeah. I saw that video.
Dude.
I know that spot.
Pardon the brief interruption, but I want to thank the sponsor for today's video, Flying Eyes Sunglasses. I wear the Kestrel Aviators with the mirrored rose lenses. They're very lightweight, comfortable all day long. Super thin temples mean they fit under headsets or inside helmets with no problem. They're exceedingly comfortable, and look, you can do that. They're almost indestructible. If you need aviation grade sunglasses, whether you're in the air or on the ground, check out Flying Eyes. Use the link in the description below, save 10% with the promo code Micah. And now back to me and Forrest.
What is the challenge that you have doing TikTok that people just don't see?
Aside from the people that help me film, everything else I'm doing on my own. So like, especially when I was first starting on TikTok, I believe, to my knowledge, I was the first car review person on TikTok.
Yeah.
So reaching out to manufacturers and saying, hey, can I have you send me like $100,000 car just for me to make one 60-second video? They were like, no way. Everyone was saying no.
I bet being like the first person on a platform and trying to convince people that there's value there, that's got to be tricky. I think a lot of people, when they're kind of coming up or starting off making a YouTube channel or just a normal human being, they think, if I was famous, that would make me happy. Since you are objectively famous, does it feel like what you thought fame would feel like?
No, because you're always trying to go to that next thing. Like for me, I'm about to hit 4 million. You know, you'll see other people that are doing the most random videos and they're at like 10 million. You're like, I want to be there. But then you think like, hey, like, why am I not thankful that I have 4 million? That's 4 million people that said, I like this person so much, I'm going to click this little plus. That's a lot of people, dude. You put all those people in a room, like you wouldn't be able to.
What's next, and when will you be satisfied? And is the answer never?
I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, because like, look at this person right here, right?
Yeah.
Massive, beautiful, look at that, dude. This palace, what the heck?
You ever play the game of life?
Yeah.
And they got those little like pieces that look like the mansions and stuff.
Yeah.
These look like the pieces from the game of life. Oh, the estate. That's like one of those. What's that? Tony Montana.
Like an entire generation, like 2 generations of family live there. So that's what I'm saying. Like this person, right? They're in this literal palace in Orange County. If you go to Dubai, then all of a sudden you have this new goal where you're like, oh man, I'm nothing compared to this guy. But it's like you're definitely something. I just think it's like the curse of being a human. But I think the biggest remedy for that is just continuously like being grateful for what you do have. I should be content now. I mean, there's still more goals I want to hit. Believe it or not, even though I have all these followers on TikTok, I don't make nearly what people would imagine I would make. I make like a pretty average living for like living out here, like enough to sustain ourselves, really nothing more. Like TikTok just doesn't pay a lot. They just don't. And I think that's one of my biggest hang-ups that I've been like not content with for the most part. Because I'm like, if I was getting these views on YouTube, I'd be making like a couple million a year.
Yeah.
Like easily. And so like TikTok is like 1/100th like maybe less than that. They pay so little. I mean, you still have brand deals that come in every now and then from like I've done stuff with like Allstate. Yeah, that is cool. That helps pay, but in terms of like a consistent baseline pay, like it's pretty average.
So, like, any advice for people who think I want to be a full-time TikToker?
It's super hard. Like, it's really hard. So, like, you would have to have a full-time job and then also somehow carve out time to make content that is consistent and good. Now that there's so many platforms, I really do think it's important to find your platform.
Yes.
I think it's more important than anything else because honestly, like, sometimes I complain about TikTok not paying a lot, but the exposure for me is worth more in some cases because I know that with more exposure will just come more opportunity naturally.
Now that you've got such clout, do people treat you differently?
Yeah, I was in Vegas one time and I was in line for that big Ferris wheel thing.
Yeah.
The high roller. And yeah, there's a dude in front of me and he kept looking back at me and then he looks at his phone and then he turns around to me, he like just points his phone like this in my face and he's like, "That you?" I was like, "Yep."
That's me. What do you wish people knew about you?
I love music. Like everyone loves music. I don't know, I love music. Like, dude, like any kind of music. Do you watch Disney movies?
I've been known to.
Have you seen Encanto?
I have.
Yeah, okay, that Bruno song?
Yes!
Dude, I'm not making this up. I was in that Lamborghini STO. And I was literally listening to Encanto. No one would drive past this Lambo and think like, oh man. But like I'm ripping it in this Lambo while like Encanto's playing in the background.
One of my favorite videos I saw over the last couple of years was a video of you ripping on a guitar, and I was like, I've known you for years. I didn't know you played guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, he's good.
Yeah, man. I'm a big Joe Satriani fan. That's where I get a lot of like my inspiration for playing.
It shows. Okay, let's end this thing off in a simple way. If you had a request for people who are watching, what would it be?
My wife and I are big into, like, we're really fond of like adoption and like orphans and stuff, right? So
yeah.
Sometime close to summer, we're going to be doing a giveaway with two nonprofits I'm partnering with from my church back in Texas.
Yeah.
We're giving away 2 Broncos.
That's amazing.
Dude, it will be U.S. only, so if you're out of the U.S., I'm sorry.
Sorry, people not in the U.S.
Sorry.
That sounds awesome. Okay, if you want Broncos, pay attention to Forrest TikTok because there's going to be some really good Bronco opportunities coming up. If you don't follow him on TikTok, and honestly, I'm not sure who doesn't because you really have a large following, but if you don't, you should follow Forrest. I guess because you do really amazing videos, but also because you're just like a stellar human being. Normally, I end these things with a high five. Okay, there we go.
I want to end this on one more thing.
What do you got?
Okay, I think Micah should make a TikTok doing like similar to what you do on here, just like compress it, like a little short form version, like little snippets. Dude, I think people would love it. I think you have the TikTok personality. I tried to convince them to do it once, but
what do you guys think? I've done a couple of TikToks, but do you think I should do TikTok in a real way? If so, or if not, tell us in the comments. Okay, you and I are going to land over on a little hill over here, and then we're going to go see downtown LA after sunset. It's going to be awesome. You guys, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos, be sure to subscribe. If you're curious what we're doing between YouTube videos, you can follow us over on Instagram. We each have presence, although his is certainly growing and prominent. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.